Well, good morning, my friends. What is up? It is your friend and pal Seth. My pronouns are he and they. I want to welcome you into your your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for the day. We're keeping track. It is day number 177. All right. So, if you saw the video that I did yesterday, what I did yesterday was I did a little bit of when it comes to the community of practice that I belong to. What I did yesterday was I did a little bit of a weekly preview. Okay. And I talked about how this week, again, this is the first week of March and everything, and how the theme of this week is transition. Kind of going from, winter, because we're literally like at the tail end of winter. And it's actually literally still winter outside here, into spring. Okay. And how we're going to be looking at that when it comes to our groups this week inside of our community practice is kind of looking at a lot of the a lot of the old habits, the old limiting beliefs, the old cognitive distortions, and everything that we have used and that we have integrated, within ourselves and everything. Acknowledging them, acknowledging that they're there, and then kind of shifting from, as I said, or transition, shifting from and trying to cultivate new habits, new thoughts, everything that may be a lot more beneficial for us. And looking at maybe setting a new wellness goal and everything, kind of nurturing that a new wellness goal and everything that could help us as we move into our amazing future, as we kind of move into spring. And as you all know, with spring, you have new flowers, new growth, the sun, all of that, warmer temperatures, all of that. All right. So this week, as I said, that's really what we're going to be looking at this week. Now, for today, inside of this video, what I wanted to give you is the group for today is called Achieving Wellbeing. So what I wanted to do is kind of give you a little bit of a preview of what we're going to be talking about today. And inside of this group in Achieving Wellbeing, we focus on our holistic well-being, not just, looking at our minds. We look at also at our body, mind, and soul. There is a huge connection between our bodies, our minds, and our soul and everything, especially when you're thinking about, healing like within ourselves. So what we're going to be doing today inside of group is something called the Trinity of Wellness. And we're going to kind of be looking at the body and the mind and the soul, our responses, all of that and everything, in order to kind of help us to create, as I said, that new goal. Okay. Or that new that new kind of inspiration. All right. So to kind of give you a little bit of idea, one of the first things we're going to be looking at, number one, is the messages from our body in the past that have kept us safe, whether that's the fight or flight response, hypervigilance, anxiety, looking at how our body has responded in a way in the past, whether that be because of our trauma, whether that be because of anything. Okay. And literally acknowledging them and looking at and saying, okay, you know what? That has really kept me safe in the past. We're going to be looking at how fight or flight response, hypervigilance, anxiety, all of that has really helped to keep us safe in the past, because our the body response to a lot of the things around us, especially that we can't control, is really, really important and really, really interesting. All right. So that's one of the things we're going to be looking at. In addition to that, we're going to be looking at what I'm calling the sanctuary of the mind. Okay, so we have the body. Okay, the messages from the body. What about now the sanctuary? Yeah, sanctuary. I can talk. I swear. Sanctuary of the mind. Kind of decluttering our mind of those limiting beliefs, those cognitive distortions, all of that. All right. And I think that's also something that's really, really important, kind of looking at those limiting beliefs, looking at that. And one of the things that I actually ask inside of the group today is, if your mind were a physical room, if you look at your mind as literally a physical room, so to speak, what is one thought that you would remove from that room in order to create a more nurturing space for yourself. So, so if anyone, if you would like to kind of answer that question, if your mind, as I said, were a physical room, what is one thought that you would remove from that room in order to create a more nurturing space, a more balanced space, something that is a lot more positive? Okay. So we've kind of looked at the body and the mind inside of the Trinity of Wellness. Now let's look at the spirit of the soul. Okay. And what we're going to be looking at today is the spirit of the soul as a guide, kind of looking at how, our lives can have some type of higher meaning, looking at something in our lives that means more than us, whether that's spirituality, you know, whether spirituality, religion, whatever it is. And then from there, figuring out a way to kind of start to set a SMART goal. I've been talking about the SMART goal framework and everything. Looking at how to kind of set a goal for ourselves that is a nurturing goal. All right. So again, that's what we're going to be looking at today in group. We're going to be kind of looking at the messages from our body and how they have kept us safe in the past and everything. Whether that's, hypervigilance, anxiety, all of that. A lot of those have actually kept us safe. They may be annoying, they may be at the time. I can, definitely speak to that. But some of the messages from our body have kept us safe, and that's something that is worth looking at, worth acknowledging. Okay, so again, we're looking at the body. We're also going to be looking at the sanctuary of the mind, making sure that our mind is a type of sanctuary by figuring out a way to declutter it from those limiting beliefs, those cognitive distortions, all of that. And then after that, kind of looking at the spirit or our soul as a guide, looking at things that maybe kind of serve a higher purpose than we do, but something that also that nurtures us. Whether you do like meditation on a daily basis, if that's something that helps your soul and your spirit, whether you do nature walks, whatever it is, and setting a type of SMART goal that can nurture your spirit and your soul, but also your body and your mind. All right. So that's what we're going to be looking at today inside a group. It is going to be a very powerful exercise. So if you would like to join us, you don't have the Zoom link and everything for a group for today, please do let me know. Okay. If you'd like to experience this for yourself for today. And again, one thing is I've always said, it doesn't really matter where you are on your journey. When it comes to wellness, when it comes to personal development, it doesn't matter where you are. Okay. And I think that's something that's really, really powerful and really matters. This is something, as I said, it's going to be really, really powerful exercise. And I will do it kind of alongside you. So you're not kind of just, stuck out on a thing on your own inside a group going, I don't know how to do this. Don't worry about that. I will be, I'll be there to help guide you, because I'm also going to be doing this myself. And this is work that may not always be easy. Okay. I can tell you that right now. May not be work that is always easy. All right. So in addition to that, we have our songs inspiration. Y'all know me in music. Okay. There are songs for inspiration in literally every group. And I just want to tell you what the two songs are for today inside of today's group. And, inside of group and everything, I kind of give more context and everything as to why I chose them. But one of the songs we're going to be listening today is "Here Comes the Sun" by the Beatles. Absolutely love that song. Here comes the sun. I love that song. Okay, that's one of the songs we're going to be looking at today. And another one we're going to be looking at today is a song called "Fireflies" by Owl City. Two different songs, kind of coming from two different, I think, eras actually, but also two very important songs, especially when it kind of looks at a lot of the work that we're going to be doing. So that will about do it for your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for the day. If you'd like to kind of join our group today, our group this morning begins at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't have the Zoom link already, please do let me know. You can let me know in the comments below. You can let me know on social media, and I will give you the hookup. All right. So I always say don't quit before the miracle happens, my babies. Find ways to keep moving forward because you are amazing. You're worth it. Let's join hands, do this together. Okay? Just like with group today, let's join hands and do this together. All right? I will also say stay positive, stay motivated, stay focused on your amazing, huge, big dreams and goals, my friends. All right? Thank you so much for watching your morning inspiration and your morning inspiration video for the day. And I will see you. Hello, cutie. How you doing? God, you are cute and adorable. Damn. I'm sorry. I'm good. Sorry, I lost my head there. Anyway, so I will see you in the morning inspiration and morning inspiration video for tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye bye.